Alright, I think we are back. That was fun. Love being kicked off the internet. Cool. Alright, so where were we? I don't know where the last stream kicked this off. Let's see here. Where was I on the last part? We were in the grand staircase looking. Yeah, I'm just checking out the last stream. Haha! Alright, cool. It kicked me off right when I grabbed the book. So let's go back. Alrighty, so yeah, I read this last night on that first stream, but you know, I didn't like that stream, so I took that one off and I'm redoing it. This book is by Colonel Archibald Gracie and John B. Thayer. It's not like a. I've read Archibald's account before. He survived the Titanic sinking, interviewed a whole bunch of people. I mean, the guy just absolutely incredible. Went through the entire Senate hearing, you know, which I have printed out, and all of its wonderful tiny text glory. I printed it out way too small. It's really hard to read. Mr. Ismay, did I know that we were near icebergs? Senator Smith, yes. Mr. Ismay, no, sir, I did not. I know ice had been reported. I digress. So, Colonel Archibald Gracie released his account of the sinking. He gives his. It's wild. If you haven't read it, you need to go read it. And talks about all the different lifeboats. Just so many amazing things in here. I bought the book because John B. Thayer later released his story. So I skipped right to the end and read John's account. And now I'm going back through reading Archibald's. But since we're in the gymnasium here, I wanted to read this little excerpt if I can find. I found it really quick last night. Let's see if I can find it again. If not, I won't necessarily waste too much time on it. But it was a beautiful little tribute that he did. I'd like to... One of the characters of the ship best known to us all was the gymnasium instructor T.W. Macaulay. He also expected me to make my first appearance for real good exercise on the morrow, but alas, he too was swallowed up by the sea. How well we survivors all remember this sturdy little man in white flannels and with his broad English accent. With what tireless enthusiasm he showed us the many mechanical devices under his charge and urged us to take advantage of the opportunity of using them, going through the motions of bicycle riding, rowing, boxing, camel and horseback riding, etc. So I still need to build a few of the machines in here. So that's the gymnasium. Everything that you see is a work in progress, and I'm going to be adding history to everything. I'll show you what I mean by that once we get down to B deck, which we can do now. Actually, we'll skirt down to A deck here, and so this is all, you know, rooms that haven't necessarily been completed yet. Like I was saying earlier, left the walls and stuff down, partially so I can fly around easily, and also because I want to research them, get them more aesthetically accurate. There was revolving doors here. Can't make a revolving door as far as I know in Minecraft, so I just stuck these two gates here. Left this open again. This particular one is open. I'm not sure why. Usually I leave these open so I can go up and down between decks, but not this one. This one can be closed in. Over here, if I remember correctly, let me skirt over to my plans real quick. over on the A deck. This is the first class reading and writing room. Again, the ceiling is not complete in here yet. I'll try to make it as accurate as possible. You know, using this particular room is one of the rooms that you can explore when you're going through demo 401, and it's just a beautiful room. So. But, you know, since I'm working in Minecraft and my blocks are so big, I can't have a beautiful interior wall without the exterior wall looking the same. So, don't quite know what I'm going to do about that just yet. So, anyways, moving on. It's probably, while I'm here. There we go. This is the first class lounge. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm looking at here by throwing that up there for you. Not that particular plan. Let's hop over to that plan. And we are here, first class lounge. And we're making our way down this hallway here. On the starboard side of the ship. We'll keep cruising down through here. And I just threw that silly little block. We'll pick that back up. Alright, I'm gonna hop over the door. Ha ha ha. Okay. That's that staircase there. We'll again hop over this stuff here. What are we looking at here? Tank room and... No? Over to first class entrance and my aft grand staircase, which I have not completed yet. So in order to complete this bad boy, it's kind of like a exact replica of the other grand staircase. So I took a bunch of screenshots of that, and I'm gonna have to. I have a beautiful 3 monitor setup here, and so I'm gonna have to throw up those screenshots on these monitors and kind of watch them as I'm reconstructing this, because I want it to look the same. So a lot of work. It's coming along. Kind of I work on pieces as I feel like. Do I want to work on structure today? Do I want to work on aesthetics today? Do I want to work on updating things today? Do I want to work on history today? And part of me really wants to go in and keep playing and having fun, but like I said, I was talked into doing a live stream. Some of my friends talked me into doing a live stream, so I'm stuck in showing you what I have done already mode, which I'm happy with. I'm fine. I get to share this with people, which I was planning on doing, but I wasn't really planning on doing it. I was really planning on just kind of keeping it to myself. But no, it's okay. Let you see it, criticize it, enjoy it. That's for you to decide. We'll keep moving down here to the smoke room. Again, I've got signs helping me figure out where to place particular things, and that's we're all right down here. There's the smoker lavvy up there, which is here. I kind of just put up blue walls for, you know, stalls. And we keep moving down to the veranda cafe, which I think is probably my most accurate flooring apart from the wood flooring, except for the Titanic had pine wood, and that's birch wood, but it looks good. So that's a deck. I'm going to fly forward to the... let's stay inside. Maybe, can I get back inside? Yeah. This way, I'm going to put deck chairs and stuff here eventually. There's a missing block there. I wonder why. There we go. Probably had a reason for that. I just messed myself up. Okay, we're back at the grand staircase, and I put a block. There we go. let's go down to B deck now. I left that open because there's going to be an elevator there. So B deck is a lot, pretty much have it all laid out. And adjusting the rooms, you know, based on, you know, what flooring should actually be in there is a whole nother thing I have to tackle. But I did get down to, for instance, this room here. I wanted to show you my plans for all of the rooms, the entire Titanic. I want to do something very similar to this. So if we head on into this room, I set up these little books, and within each book, I need my crosshair. Within each book, I want to highlight that person's life and discuss, you know, just a little bit more about that particular person. Now, they don't know every single cabin, every single person. So I'm gonna work with what I can. And so I do know that this is the Ryerson's room. I think they actually it's according to the affidavit from Mrs. Ryerson from the Senate inquiry, which again, here's the Senate inquiry paper. This was their room, and they had the other two adjoining rooms as well. And so you'll notice that I have different banners. This is like a red room, and I keep like hopping up on these things. It's really aggravating. The red room, blue room, green room, and that's because the theme for the room, and so I want to historically get them accurate. This room had a lot of green in it and stuff, so that's the plan. As you can see, B deck, I already started putting in a lot of these things here to books to come, because I do want to do that. I think it would be a beautiful tribute to both the survivors, the victims, the families, the friends of, you know, the Titanic. So that's one of my plans there. I think that would be nice. We're on B deck here. So we were here in the Ryerson's rooms, and now we're making our way down this starboard hallway down to the restaurant, down reception room. We'll go down restaurant, the cafe here, which is all down here. There's the cafe. Okay, I think I have to figure out, why do the plans show a door here? I might have been working with earlier plans and I couldn't interpret them. These plans look a little bit more detailed for sure. But yeah, there's a door there. So just stuff I have to research that I wasn't in the mood to research at the time. So I kind of just stuck up a reminder of, hey, Malak, go research those things, which I'll do eventually. Getting into, see there's the yellow pine. Restaurant, second class smoke room. Oops, backed into a wall. So I've been working on, here's my elevator, the functional elevator. See, I cheated, I used command blocks so we can go up and down. Aesthetically, not very pleasing. Might hopefully update it. The stairs, have not adjusted these particular stairs yet. I did make the stairs back, if I can, yeah, here, a little bit more pleasing to the eye, and these will go up and down. So, oh, here, right here is where the mast came through the ship. So if we step back outside, you'll see the mast there. All right, so moving along, built the exterior of the ship, did my deck plans. From there, I think I started setting up C deck, so we'll go down to C deck through the staircases that I was working on. And once we got to C deck, I think I started putting in all the back section because I was working on beautifying this staircase, getting this accurate, putting in these rooms here. So if we go over to C deck, started working on all this stuff here, second class library. And then at that point, I think I got a little bit bored setting up this stuff. I even started doing deep deck. And I eventually just hopped down here, started putting my bulkheads in. We'll get to all that fun stuff down there. Placing the bulkheads in because this is, part of structure. Once you get the structure in place, then you could work on design and prettying things up. So putting the bulkheads in place was then going to allow me to figure out what I wanted to do aesthetically with the boilers. So if we hop all the way down to the tank top, we'll notice that there's 29 beautiful boilers, and boiler room 6 has 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. These guys are a little bit shorter. That's why. That's because these are double boilers. So boiler, man, I always hit that little arrow. Boiler room 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, or 2 had double boilers. You could feed coal from either side. Boiler room number 1, you could only feed from this side here. So I took a look at the plans and determined that I think it's for the most part, boiler room 5, 4, and 3, and 2 are identical. However, I noticed while building it, putting my bulkheads in, boiler room number 2, actually, the coal bunker here is a little bit longer. So I think in mine, I made it an extra block longer. But for the most part, they were pretty identical. Looking up the boilers, researching, okay, how big should I make these things? This goes back to the scaling. How big is my block, my Minecraft block? What scale did I give myself? Is it 1.5 feet per block? Is it 1 foot per block? So scaling is a whole nother fun issue I don't really want to go into, so we'll just keep moving along. The boilers, Titanic's boilers were 20 feet long and 15 feet 9 inches in diameter. So I essentially laid it out here and came up with a beautiful solution where I could have 2 blocks on either side between my boiler and my coal bunker wall. And that's, according to my Minecraft scale, about 20 feet, give or take. But it looks aesthetically pleasing. When you run through the boilers in Demo 401, I feel like some of my stuff might be a little bit larger than it should be, but some of it's pretty spot on. You can run under the boilers here just like you can run under the boilers there. So we'll get to all these fun little details here and why I chose to do what I did. Whether or not I'll update it or not, I don't know. We'll get back to that part. You can grab coal from here if you want. I already put coal in there. Oops, I really need this silly crosshair, don't I? I threw a glowstone in there just so it can light up the room. I'm going to redo this stuff. But you could throw a charge in there and light all the coal on fire and it'll burn. I threw a campfire in there just for like sound effects and stuff so you can hear things, but yeah. So now Demo 401 has like their staircase going up like right here or whatever, and then some other research that I did have their ladders or whatever going up here. So I put mine here for now. Don't know if I'll change them. Don't know if I need to. It's fine. But you can climb on top of all the boilers. And now eventually, and once we get down to boiler room 1, you'll see all the spiders, the vents that attach to each boiler and go up to the corresponding smokestacks. But I don't have them here yet. I did put little trapdoors here to play with, like little valves, candles, like little things that... And there's piping and stuff that needs to be shipped through, or ported through, so you can see the pipe there going through the bulkheads and stuff. That leads all back to the engine room which we'll get to. So we can scurry along through here. We'll come back to that later. Oops, where's my, there it is. So now boiler room 5 has 5 boilers. We'll keep moving. Boiler room 4. And as I was building it, I left myself, oh look, there's started building the vents there. You know, I leave holes here so that I could easily just fly through and not have to worry about it. Okay, so let's see here. We are now, let's get down here. Yeah, threw some glowstones on the inside here so that you can't see it from the outside, but it gives us a little light on the outside so that we can see what we're doing. And once we go through, oh, got one more. This is boiler room number 1 with the singles. And this has my venting that I'm starting to put in. And big giant pipes that lead to the engine room. Let's go check those out. All right, the reciprocating engines. Giant, massive guys. I still need to build all the pumps and stuff on the sides. But for now, I have the 2 massive reciprocating engines done. And I tried to make it so it looks like they're actually in motion, even though they don't really move. But like, so like this piston looks like it's in the lower position. It's down, and this piston here is higher up. There, so you can see the piston. Here's the piston head there. Again, sorry if I don't get the terminology correct. I am not a mechanic. Yeah, so big, giant, massive reciprocating engines. 2 of them with 4 cylinders each. So it's just a giant, massive V8, I guess. The first ones here and the aft ones are low pressure cylinders. So this is a low pressure cylinder here. And you have the high pressure cylinder, I believe. Yep. And then the intermediate pressure cylinder. So I think that's kind of like a variable. It kind of adapts to the pressure. Then you got another low pressure cylinder there. And these turn this giant, beautiful gear here, which turns these shafts, which run to the port and starboard side propellers. Coming into this beautiful room, all of that wonderful stuff goes into these tanks, which goes down into this wonderful low pressure turbine. And the low pressure turbine runs that shaft down to the central propeller. This is a massive, massive room. And that guy is here, low pressure turbine. Yep, and then we go to the electrical room. Now these electrical motors, there's 4 of these guys in here. Try to make them pretty. But you know, this is where the Titanic, all the electricity for the Titanic came from these engines here. Can I knock it down? What's going on there? In the event one of these 4 failed, they had 2 more here. These were the backup electrical engines. All right. Let's see. I think if I go back into the engine room, we can go up to a really cool place. Here. So here, I believe this is on the Orlop deck. Yes. The switchboard platform. So I added little switches. And then I did a basic layout of the rooms here, you know, westbound beef, eastbound beef, thawing room, all that stuff, you know, the mineral waters. This will be all of these rooms here. So once I got done laying all of this stuff out, I think I decided, you know what, it's time to go back to the bow and finish that off. So let's get an aerial view of these beautiful engines here. Just massive, massive engines. 29 boilers. So all of these boilers will eventually connect to the smokestacks. Just haven't built that network of spider web fence. Again, these guys will connect. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, not gonna worry about it. Let's keep going. Let's see. Okay, storage room. Before we get to deciding on my colors here, should I stay with this pink or go with the orange? Pink or orange? Pink or orange? Decisions. So I created, I found out, you know, Minecraft's got these iron doors that require redstone to open. So I put these little things here because, you know, thinking about it, you're on a bulkhead, and they had watertight bulkhead doors that, you know, they were open so that the firemen could go in between, the stokers and all of the crew could go from bulkhead to bulkhead, from boiler room to boiler room. But when those things shut, they were watertight, right? And so you couldn't just open and close them at a whim. So I thought it'd be nice to just, you know, kind of put it with a just silly decision on my. Anyways, yeah, so I moved forward going into the bow to figure out, you know, I want to build the bow. So I started working on, I need my crosshair. There we go, run. The fireman's entrance, right? Now, once they get done with their work, this way out, they are to go this way. When they go to work in the morning, they go that way. Or whenever their shift was, I guess. And you run down to a staircase. I just got done working. I'm exhausted. And now I gotta climb all these stairs. Okay. Now this the Titanic, we were on the tank top deck. The next deck is the Orlop deck. But these stairs go past the Orlop deck and they go up to G deck. So we are on G deck. The washerman could then come into there. And my friend, she was on the stream last night, and she told me, hey, do this for your bathtub to make it look a little cooler. And so I need to come in and implement that. Let me go ahead and just click that guy off. All right, so you could take a bath, get ready, take a shower, whatever they need to do. Are we a greaser? Yes, I'm a greaser. Okay, cool. Let me go to bed. And I tried to lay out all the beds according to where they look like on the plans. So let's get back out of here. That goes down to the cargo holds. That's some of the ribs there that I was telling you about earlier, that helped me coordinate, you know, how wide my ship is and the curvature and all that jazz. And it's marking the different decks. So looking down, you can climb that up to C deck. But we're going to keep going up. Well, let's go up the down, shall we? All right. Why not? We're rebels. Now the leading greasers room, sleep here. Firemen can come in here and rest. Just keep going up for now. More wash places and trimmers. Sleep there. Trimmers. Fire. More trimmers. And once you get to here, I think I built this first, and then I built the next one up. But this scuttle here, we'll talk about that in a second. I placed all my windows. This is once I started building all these rooms. This is when I placed my windows based on the plan. I knew that this particular room had 4 windows. Were they evenly spaced? Were they not? I don't know. So I went ahead and started placing my windows based on aesthetics and according to the plan. So let's see. I'm gonna check something real quick. Okay. Oh. All right, moving along. Let's go up the down again to here. Ah, the fireman. We can go into here. So now let's talk about that little scuttle. This guy leads down to the chain locker. The chain locker is where the giant chains were stored. See, I put a little chain here. Yeah, and so the chain locker, I was reading, somebody posted on Reddit the other day, they were talking about how this was the most dangerous room in the Titanic, and somebody was commenting it's the most dangerous room in a lot of ships even nowadays, I guess because of the way that the iron and the salt water interact. It basically sucks all the oxygen out of the room. So if you're, I guess, not properly prepared, you go into this room and you die. So we'll take a look real quick. These are all, we are now in the bow of the ship. I think we're at the bottom of the ship now. This is what's called the peak tank. And I think they, so had the Titanic hit the iceberg head on, it would have completely just crushed this whole section here. But as you can see, there's nobody here. This is the peak tank. And it would have just crushed that. However, if it would have crushed too far, you know, I'm got to get better at flying and climbing. You know, these trimmers and firemen would have been smashed. But I think right here, you know, all through here is just, you know, stores and stuff. So anyways, let's keep moving. Which door did I come in? Did I close it? No, I did not. So I completed my bow section. I wanted it really done. I wanted to have this whole section done. This part kind of now leads us back up to where we began. The inside of the tour, back here. The first place of the first interior of the ship I built 7 years ago. And so as I updated this section like last month or something, added all this in. Now you've got another scuttle up here. This is the you know, chain leading that way. This particular scuttle goes down to the stores and stuff. You know, so all of this would have been crushed had they hit the iceberg head on. But this is, I guess, the stores, meaning they stored food and stuff. Let's keep going. Okay, can I close this guy without smashing it? Yeah, okay, cool. All right, let's get out of here. Got the deckmen room to get little bunk beds. Boom. All right. The fireman's entrance, which is neat. We'll go down that door next. Fireman's mess. So this is where they sat and ate. I laid this out according to the plans and evenly spaced everything except for this one. It's too narrow. But like you're working in Minecraft. My blocks are massive, and that's my wall. All right, let's go down. Oh my gosh. Let's not go down that door yet. That reminded me, I did not show you this. The crow's nest. So when you are working in tight spaces and you need a room, divider, put a trapdoor. Because there's the surgery room. Let's keep going. You can climb up to the crow's nest, where Mr. Fleet looked out. So I watched a really cool video that was talking about optical distortions, illusions, mirages, kind of things, and why weren't they able to see the iceberg, and try to sum it up real quick. But a lot of it came down to, I don't know how, this is what the video was saying, okay? A lot of it came down to the way that the cold air and the hot air were sitting, and it creates this kind of crazy illusion where if this is the horizon and you have a giant iceberg, right, you can see the iceberg here, but the hot air and the cold air, it bent, it created a mirage and kind of bent the ocean to make it look like that. So the horizon appeared up here. And when you put an iceberg here, you know, without the mirage, you can see the iceberg, but with the mirage, it's so that's the theory on why they didn't see it until the last second, because there was a false kind of ocean rising up due to the mirage, which also, what the video was saying, provides a little defense for the Californian who was not very far away, and they were looking at the Titanic, and they were like, oh, that's not the Titanic. I know what the Titanic looks like, and that's not the Titanic. But the Titanic's sinking, sir. We should go over there. We're not going over there. They should have went over there. But they didn't, because that didn't look like the Titanic. And the mirage kind of theory, the video showed what a modern day ship looks like, and then they show what it looks like with that mirage, and it warped the ship. Completely didn't look like the actual ship. So that's the theory. Maybe the California captain looked out and he did see a ship, but it didn't look like the Titanic because it was being... Anyways, that's my crow's nest, and I got barrier blocks to keep you from walking off, which I'm just going to fly over now. Go back down. I left the door open, didn't I? I don't like leaving doors open. Guess I could. It doesn't really matter. Let's go back and close that door. Alright, let's run back down to this way I was going to show you. And it's funny because I don't even think this is the right one. Might be, might not be. Where's that? Where's that? There's one particular staircase I'm looking for. It's this side. It's on this side. It is the same one as the crow's nest. This staircase here takes you down to that door, which we'll get to. But it also takes you down to here. This guys were, you know, this is where they lived, and their only way out of this room was this door. And they could go and wash up, get ready for the day. When they're done, they can come wash up, get ready for the day. Same thing. And their only way out was this staircase. This staircase took them up to here, which would then take them up to either the crow's nest or back out. You know, they can get food. Takes them out into the deck of the ship. Or they can get to the third class entrance. Started building up this area a lot. Really like this area here. A lot of open space. Now I believe we're on D deck. The room. And gonna redo the doors and stuff. It's just what I have for now. Eventually, you know, one day build a beautiful New York dock there, and a wonderful Statue of Liberty. You know, Titanic made it. You know, hopefully that'll be a neat little tribute, I think. I don't want to be disrespectful at all, but yeah, so third class entrance here. And haven't built any of that yet. But started building up these rooms. You know, chairs, third class. I think there's rooms that I did end up building over here. Yep. So left myself a note, you know, I gotta line up these rooms with the bulkhead. So that's kind of where I am now with the build. You know, trying to do as much as I can. And, you know, do I feel like doing structure? Do I feel like doing design? Do I feel like doing history stuff? What do I feel like doing? Updating my old aesthetics to make them look newer. Most recently, I decided to get started on C-Deck again. And so if I pull up these plans again real quick, we'll hop over to C-Deck. You'll notice I'm trying to build, you know, C55, C57, a bath. 59, 61, a bath. So I'm going to need to redo my math here, because initially I think I decided on, okay, 2 bedrooms, a bath, 2 bedrooms, a bath. It must be the same type of unit every way down. So 2 bedrooms, a bath. Nope, wrong. 3 bedrooms, a bath. 3 bedrooms, a bath. So I miscalculated, which would explain why my math didn't really pan out, because by the time I got down here, you know, you see bedroom, bedroom, bath. That helps me remember, okay, starting a new unit. Bedroom, bedroom, bath. Bedroom, bedroom, bath. But that was supposed to be bedroom, 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 bath. But anyways, by the time I got down here, I'm 4 blocks short of where I need to be. This wall here needs to line up with this wall here. Give or take. This is where you're trying to squeeze in things, you know, so when you have ginormous blocks as walls. So yeah, that's kind of where I am at the moment with the build. There, I just remembered one other thing. I can fly over here and show off. What deck is it on? Is it A deck? I think it's A deck. Can I get to A deck? Nope, I'm stuck behind my bookshelf. Where's my staircase? There we go. Go to A deck. Nope, not A deck. Alright, I don't know where it is. It's fine. Lots and lots of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. So let's see. One last thing I think I will do before I stop for tonight. Wanted to show you. Yep. So I let my sons play, and they like to explore the Titanic and have fun. Sometimes smash a door, and I have to go back through and put the door back in. And I always try to, you know, the plans show which way the door opens, so I try to put the door back exactly the way it should open. But, you know, I let them play, and they have fun. They're 6 and 12. 5 and 12? 5 and 12. So they built their little houses here. And then my nephew was in town for Thanksgiving. And we were up there for Thanksgiving. They came down here for Christmas. And he wanted to build his house, so he built his house here. next to his cousins. So that's really cool. Little family affair here. But I built a house on the other side here that I want to show you because I got the idea. I wanted to build, after watching Oppenheimer, I was like, I want to build a replica of that entire, site. And then I'm like, let me just stick with my Titanic stuff for now. So I found a neat little Titanic reference here to build this little thing here. I don't know if you recognize it or what it is. I had a sign explaining everything, and my son likes to go into the house, and he goes and smashes the sign. So I'll pull it up here. Bam. So this is the house of Artie Moore. And you can just Google him. He was a wireless operator who heard the distress signal from the RMS Titanic on his homemade equipment before news of the disaster reached Britain. Subsequently worked for the Marconi company. If I remember correctly, Marconi flew to him and hired him personally because of this incident. So you can go through and read. It's a really fascinating read, really cool. But here's the mill and everything, and I was trying to find good pictures of it, but it's so weird. I was able to pull up a picture of this thing last night, and then today Google was like, nope, we're hiding it from you. Interesting, right? So anyways, yep. So I think I did okay kind of recreating it. So that's Artie's house. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll continue live streaming whenever I get a chance. And whenever I'm trying to really play with my build now. Not take so much time off. But, sometimes it's difficult to get on the computer and play a game. Life, So, yeah, enjoy. Catch me when you can, I guess. Magnificent ship. Ship of dreams. All right. Till next time.